Hello interested everyone, welcome to class 11 biology. In our previous video we discussed about prokaryotic cells. So prokaryotic cells kan jang ba prokaryotic cells na khar lagi me che examples khashe che ani ko gi khejo kan ta ba. So in this video we will be discussing about eukaryotic cells. Tang eukaryotic cells na khar lag du ta enda. So what do we mean by eukaryotic cells? Okay, so eukaryotic cells la disambala those cells which have got true nucleus. Those cells which have got true nucleus, they are called as eukaryotic cells. And eukaryotic cells now example protists, fungi, right, plants, animals, all these groups of living organisms, they are formed by eukaryotic cells. They are called as eukaryotes. Protists che, fungi che, plants che, animals che, dige tsama kharig drupsha yore la wipa na eukaryotic cells ki drupsha yore and konso la ming khar thob gore eukaryotes la war prokaryotes kharimbe bacteria pplo mycoplasma dige tsama kharimbe prokaryotes imba. So eukaryotes le disambala dige tsama sugor. So higher organisms, most of these higher organisms, they are made up of eukaryotes, whereas prokaryotes now the bacteria samlokhona digor. And these cells, they are much larger than prokaryotic cells, both by size and volume. Size kana shisha bimbenere, volume kana shisha bimbenere. Prokaryotic cell le bat kora dab gi che eukaryotic cells dige sama. And ta khonjun ki para la khejo ta so chi kharsa khewa khari yor lawa yimba na the presence of membrane bound organelles. Prokaryotic cells nanglola there is no membrane bound cell organelles, whereas in eukaryotic cells they have got membrane bound cell organelles present in them. Membrane bound cell organelles khar khari to yogi endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, tige sama khare lysosomes, tige sama membrane bound cell organelles imba mitochondria, the chloroplast, tige sama anjo kharnal nigre la imba na eukaryotic cell nanglola yore. Prokaryotic cell nanglola there is no membrane bound cell organelles. Prokaryotic cell jangdu zamang jo ribosomes check bo jaimba and inclusion bodies khashe jaimba, whereas in eukaryotic cells we have got different kinds of membrane bound cell organelles. Dikran zu shuma lote azinda tho lote na ta waimba na compartmentalization of cell cytoplasm nanglo compartment mabu shuyer dige sama kharcha dur la waimba na membrane bound cell organelles cha dur hi eukaryotic cell nanglo yorda seo so. Now so membrane bound cell organelle nucleus. They have got a well organized nucleus with a nuclear envelope. Eukaryotic cell nucleus it is well organized. What do we mean by well organized? Organized nucleus they have got a cell membrane, plasma membrane here. That is called as nuclear envelope. Or nuclear membrane and nuclear membrane genetic material cell korangi genetic material which is DNA. DNA the nucleus nuclear envelope and the DNA is organized into chromosomes, which means the DNA in association with structural proteins such as histones, they form a linear structure called chromosomes. Chromosomes lan ming khajin thop rela imana cell stain chidil zambala the DNA, which is organized with histone proteins, right? They take up the maximum stain. Stain chromosomes chromo lana color lagore, zome lana supu lagore body, right? So color bodies, chromosomes. So DNA is found inside the nuclear envelope in the form of chromosomes, right? Now in next chapter we will study that it is not always found in the structure of chromosomes. They are found in the structure of chromatin. Only during cell division, the genetic material or DNA is found in the form of chromosomes. The eukaryotic cells, they are not identical. Eukaryotic cell they are different. They have got different sizes. They have got different shapes, right? And they have got different properties as well. Kejo manda manda yor konzu lega manda manda idu sambala kejo ge manda manda yor chejung ge manda manda yor soptai manda manda yor ta din nalo so ji nganzu kharta ge lawi mena plant cells and animal cells, right? Ta nganzu din nalo see when the protists fungi che plants animals dige sam kharido dige sama eukaryotic cell ki tuksha yor da and din khaler eukaryotic cells sama chibba maris lara. They are all different, right? They are different from each other. So let's talk about the difference between plant cells and animal cells. the plant cells the animal cells ni parala khewa khari me ditaenda. Now before we talk about the differences between plant cells and animal cells, I want you to draw this diagram given in your textbook, right? Dosta wa imene diagram dikhao ho jore, but you have to draw this diagram and you have to practice drawing this diagram, right? Biology nanglo la ta so chik ro khar jang go la kiran zu remote da yabu se go gorta. You have to learn how to draw properly, right? Biology nanglo diagram TP mambo ta kiran zu science shimba nanglo your physics nanglo la, but they are technical diagrams, right? But in biology your diagrammatic skill should be really good, right? Kiran zu diagram ti da yabu go gorta. So the example thandani practice chima da shuma puja ringmu nanglo kiran zu bio ran jangi ilabi baina. You will be asked to draw many diagrams. Practical nanglo li bainere, theory class nanglo li bainere. Biology is a very diagrammatic subject. Diagram not only in your notebooks but also in your examinations as well, right? Kiran exam alti du samba diagram yabu thitu wi baina and gaja yabu raya and yungur. Di du samba you have to practice drawing. Dusta we men khawto ho jore, but you have to draw this one. Okay, kiran diagram di ma tisho. Now let's talk about the differences between plant cells and animal cells. The plant cell, the animal cell, eukaryotic cell, they are both eukaryotic cells, right? They both contain nucleus, nucleus, right? They both contain different kinds of cell organelles, membrane-bound cell organelles. They have got some differences. Similarity, they are both eukaryotic cells, right? Now the dissimilarities most plant cells, right? All of the plant cells, they are covered with cell wall, whereas animal cells, they don't have cell wall. Therefore, their shapes are different. Animal cell mangche doj khare ru ko ro ke jigor ta sobda shira yula mere khare yo doj me doj henza jor. In a plant cells, they have got definite shapes. Khachi di khare ki yungo re la bai mena cell wall ki cutting yungor. Cell membrane ki chilola. Kuni niga la cell membrane yorta, but apart from a cell membrane, plant cells, they have got cell wall, chilola cell wall here. And the cell wall ki any call a definite shape it gives a definite shape to the plant, right? So plant in the mangche khare pointed corners whereas animal cells, they are round in shape. Plant cell now round shape cell round shape cell yore. But most of the plant cells, they have got well defined cell wall, so they have got a proper shape, right? Rectangular shape to pentagonal shape hexagonal shape so they have got shapes with sharp edges. Okay, so plant cells, they also have got plastids, especially chloroplasts. You all know that plant cells, plants, they are autotrophs. Plants they are autotrophs. Di nizambala khala suethuye yu nuwa di khandisli gorlana thabung khoran nanglo la khonjue gi cell khoran nanglo la they have got a special organelle, a membrane bound cell organelle called chloroplast. Chloroplast da khonyu yugre. Chloroplast lana khare, it's a cell organelle, it's a membrane bound cell organelle which is found in plant cells. It is not found in animal cells. Animals, they are not autotrophs, they are heterotrophs, right? So plant cells nanglo la plastids nanglo ni kiran example khare themba yana degree la wimbana chloroplast right themba yana degree. So plastids nanglo la khare yorta damanda yorta. So chloroplast belongs to plastids, right? So chloroplast here, chloroplast ki khare gore photosynthesis chetu yo. Chloroplast nanglo la chlorophyll yore ani chlorophyll ki khare chetu gore photosynthesis chetu gore. They absorb the sun's light energy and convert it into chemical energy, thereby producing glucose, right? Photosynthesis ngalo jela jangro. So plant cells nanglo la plastids here. In plant cells, they have got a large central vacuole. These are the cell they have got a large central vacuole. The vacuole. So animal cells vacuole so vacuole here. Whereas in a plant cell, they have got a large central vacuole. That is another difference. Plastid chloroplast chloroplast remove hakur cell wall yore lad plastid chloroplast yore lad large central vacuole yore lad cell chadur remove plant cells animal cell animal cell plant cell animal cells, they contain centrioles. Animal cells, they contain centrioles. Centrioles means they are microtubule arrangements which help in the cell division process. Animal cell divide chiri zambala centriole ni form chigre ro centriole ni dikha chigre ko sur pole, or they go to the two opposite poles and then they send out spindle fibers and di kha chigre cell divide chiwa ti shuma azuta jina cell division na se obe jangarta ro tin zambala animal cells na la centrioles yore te centrioles na remuti do so centrioles yore, whereas plant cells they don't have centrioles. So dini ni para kewa de dindir. Tai di shimba mang che khare chi gujigen rojer. Endoplasmic reticulum la do ta lysosome la do ta lysosome ge piche animal cell na mangayer, plant cell na nyuer ro ti che. Only mitochondria ni ga na le yorta. You have to remember that is one similarity. Mitochondria is present in both plant cell as well as animal cell. Sometimes people think that oh plant cell na la chloroplast yores, animal cell na mitochondria yores. Mitochondria is common in both plant cells and animal cells, whereas animal cells they don't contain chloroplast. Plant cells they contain chloroplast. So that's the difference between plant cells and animal cells. Now, before we move forward to the next video, I have one assignment for you. Now we have discussed about prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells, right? Now you should read more about prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells from the internet, or you can go to the you can find books on cell biology and read about prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells and write down the differences between these two cells, prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. Plant cell, the animal cell code. Plant cell and animal cell ki diagram assignment, and then you have to write down the differences between the two. You may find more. So these two, prokaryotic cell, the eukaryotic cell ni paragi hewa deche, tene plant cell da animal cell ni paragi hewa de kiranz tishwa. In the next video, we will discuss about the cell organelle gonna discuss we will discuss about cell organelles. But before we discuss about the internal cell organelles, we will talk about the outer covering of the cell, that is cell wall and cell membrane. The next video now is cell wall down, cell membrane gonna so kiranzu di gonna cell membrane da cell wall gonna. Okay.